Hey everybody, so today I'm going to share with you my recipe for cream of mushroom soup. It is the absolute ultimate comfort food. It is creamy, it is delicious, filled with mushrooms, Marsala wine. It is just the perfect soup for nighttime cooking. It probably will take less than 35 or 40 minutes to cook. You could add a salad and you have your dinner all made, or a grilled sandwich, and dinner is done. And you know the other thing about this soup? You know how so many casserole recipes call for that can of cream of mushroom soup? You don't need to do that anymore. You make this and use this in your casserole, you will never open another can of cream of mushroom soup. I am really sorry, Campbell Soup. So let me show you how. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to coat the pan with about 1 tablespoon of oil. And we're going to put in 4 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to let that melt for a couple of minutes. Okay, so the butter is all melted in the olive oil. And now we're going to add 2 chopped onions. And we're going to just stir them and cook them until they get soft. Okay, so the onions are nice and soft, and so you don't want your onions to be brown and burning. So they're nice and soft now. And we're going to add 4 tablespoons of minced garlic. And you know how I feel about garlic, so I just eye it. Now we're gonna let this cook for about a minute, and then we'll come back. All right, so the house smells wonderful. We've got the grilled and softened onions. We've got the garlic going. And now we're gonna add 1.5 pounds of mushrooms. Now I've used all assorted types of mushrooms. You can use the type of mushrooms that you like. I did not chop them small because I like big spoonfuls of big size mushrooms in my soup, but you can certainly chop them. So we're gonna add 1.5 pounds of mushrooms, and we're gonna mix that up. And we're going to add 3 teaspoons of fresh thyme. Now look, if you're not used to working with fresh thyme, just go to the produce department and get one of these, and it says thyme on it. Don't be intimidated by it. It looks like this. It looks like a twig with little leaves on it. You don't want the twigs in the soup, so you're just going to take all of the leaves off, and that's what you're going to use. And we're going to let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so this has been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes now. It smells so amazing in here. And now we're gonna add 1/2 cup of Marsala wine. Now remember, Marsala wine is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful flavor. And I bought this whole bottle for $9 at ShopRite. So it's not expensive, but it adds such a depth of flavor to this soup. So we are going to mix this in, and we're gonna let the alcohol cook for about 5 minutes because we want it to cook off. Okay, so now we're going to take 4 tablespoons of flour and sprinkle it all over the mushroom mixture. This is what's going to make your soup nice and thick. And you're gonna make sure that it's really well incorporated. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this cook for about 2 to 3 minutes because we want the flour to cook. Now make sure once you add the flour that you're continuously stirring, because although you want the flour to cook, you don't want it to burn. Now we're gonna add 32 ounces of chicken broth, and this whole container is 32 ounces. We're gonna pour that all in. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this up to a boil, and then we'll add the last few ingredients. Okay, so we brought it up to a boil, and we're gonna add 2 beef bouillon cubes. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm using garlic salt because you know me and garlic. And I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon of pepper. I'm gonna stir this all up. I'm gonna lower the heat. I'm going to cover it. And then we're going to come back after 5 minutes, and then we're going to add the cream and finish this up. So now it's been cooking for about 7 or 8 minutes, and you can see it's thickened nicely, and it just smells so amazing. So now we're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. Now make sure once you put this heavy cream in, you do not allow this to come to a boil, because what will happen is that your cream will separate and your soup will not look very nice. So we put that in. We're also going to add 1/2 of a cup of parsley. We're gonna put this down to low. We're gonna let it sit and simmer at very low for about 2 or 3 more minutes so all of that can marinate together, and then we'll plate it. And there you have it. So we've literally been cooking for about 30 minutes, and now we have this delicious, and I mean delicious because I tasted it, and make sure that you taste it to make sure if you want to add more salt or pepper to it, but it was actually perfect. But look how thick and creamy and beautiful this cream of mushroom soup is. I would finish it off with a little bit of parsley. And there you go. So beautiful. So yes, I am going to taste it. It is so delicious. It's creamy. It's mushroomy. The Marsala wine just gives it a zip. Yummy, yummy, yummy. This is going to be one of your go-to recipes for weeknights. It literally took us about 30-35 minutes to put this together. If you like my videos, please follow me. I am Edie, and you've been cooking with Guy's Girl.